Good morning. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, and we're live. And I've got an awesome guest who's about to come on the show. But if you're new to our community, if you're new to this show, welcome in. We're pumped that you're here. We've got a few people watching live and a lot more who are going to be coming in here in just a second. We've got Yvette in the house. Maria, let me know if you're tuning in. Let us know that you're here. And if you can hear me okay, hit the thumbs up button. So give me a little thumbs up on the stream. Lets me know that my audio is coming through okay. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. William, Shalisa, good to see you. Roy, Angel, what's going on from Vegas? Patrice, Felix, Vaughn, Jen, awesome. Marie, what's happening, people? Good to see you all. Angela, what's up? Paul, good to see you. Okay, awesome. Well, welcome in, everybody. We're pumped that you're here. I see the thumbs ups, and we've got an awesome guest. For those of you who don't already know, we go live every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's either me or Dave. So one of the two typically, maybe sometimes, I don't know, we might have a guest host someday, but we're actually here live. I mean, today is July 8th. I'm here live, real in the flesh. And we've got an awesome guest who is from all the way calling in from the UK. So different time zone. Julian, what's going on?
Nothing much over here, just bad weather. How is it in the States?
It's great. Doing
nice
well.
To see you.
You too. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. Truly appreciate it.
Yeah. So for people who don't know you or who aren't familiar with you or who, they're just tuning in, tell us a little bit about your story, your journey. You're 22 years old, and you basically, here's what happens is we get a little questionnaire back from our guests before we go live. And really all that I saw was a little bit about drop shipping. Okay, so tell us a little bit about you and your journey so far. Tell us about your drop shipping, and what's sort of your DNA that's got you wanting to do something online.
So I have family in Germany. I'm actually born and raised in Germany. Moved over to the UK about 3 years ago, and I have a passion in the creative industry, so film industries. Okay. And I was working super hard, super pumped, earning well money. So I dropped out of my A-levels in Germany and kind of just rock and roll with it and try to get into the film industry on my own.
Okay.
And that's how it went on. So over here in England, there's a bit of a better possibilities than over in Germany. So I used all of them. I was working very hard, very long hours. And then all of a sudden COVID hit. And for like 3 months or so, I was working even harder because I was working on a anti-corona campaign, basically, that is kind of connecting people online. And all of a sudden, people realized that COVID is not going to be around for like 3 weeks. It's going to be more likely a year or even longer. So all of the journey, all of the campaigns, everything that's going on in film was basically canceled and dropped out. And I all of a sudden needed to make some money, basically. I had a lot of savings because it's a well-paying industry. Yeah. But I just moved in basically into this house where I'm at currently. And I splurged a little bit on that with my partner. So that's how it went. And I had basically savings lasting for about, 6 months or something. So I was just hoping that something else might come back, but we're seeing the savings decreasing and getting smaller and smaller. I just decided that I needed to do something. So I figured for ways to make money online, as you do. And I just had a Google. I've already had some experience in it, and I've not actually done anything, but like researched a lot about it so far before. And the first thing I heard was basically drop shipping. I don't know, it's like hyping out there and like big currently, I guess. And because it was my first store and I wasn't rightly educated, I lost basically all of my savings to that point on marketing, because I think I'm just lacking on time. Like that was just during the first 2 months, which is when you're not making money yet in your entrepreneurial journey. So I was even more desperate to find something, which is why I joined something that a program now, high ticket affiliate marketing, which allows to use basically free and organic traffic to get some results online and start an entrepreneurial way that way. When I started, I still was living from my savings and I was a bit too desperate. So very soon I decided to take on a job. It's a 9-to-5 job in hospitality. It's not great. I'm not liking it. But it's just basically to push a bit towards the bills until it's going on.
Yeah.
That's basically my story.
Cool. Okay. This is awesome. So a lot of times people, I over the last few years have taken a sort of different approach or a different mindset around hearing people who have jobs. So I witnessed, people who've come in this industry who are brand new, who quit their job, right? And thought, I'm going to make $1 million this year. And I quit my job and turned in a career that was making me decent money, giving me some benefits. And when I see people who take on work, I mean, number one, you got to pay bills somehow. But when I see people take on work, to me, I just feel like they've got a very realistic head on their shoulders about what to expect. And they're willing to, because it also helps, it makes the work that you're doing at that maybe not so fun hospitality job, it gives it a better purpose, right? Because a lot of times I've worked in the hospitality industry, it sucks sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of times it sucks. And typically what happens is people who don't really, basically they lose hope, right? So they lose hope because there's nothing beyond it. It's like, well, what am I working for? Like, what's this all for? And so I do feel like having something like your side hustle or your digital business that you're building for yourself helps put that in perspective. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, totally. It's like a motivation that the future is going to be better. Like, it's just super hard right now. I'm basically doing like 2 full-time jobs at the moment at one time, which takes a lot of time from you, but it's like, it's going to pay off in the long run. And I know that it will pay off. It's just a matter of time to let it grow. I heard somebody saying, not quite sure who that was. I think somebody in the legendary marketer community, you can't make a woman pregnant, or you can't get a baby in a month by getting 9 women pregnant. And I think that's just how it is. It just takes its time. Doesn't matter what you do. Some people are having results very quickly. Others are a bit slower. Some are, like the most are probably not even having any kind of results. So that's why I think it's good, as you said a lot of times, to have a job that kind of gives you a bit of freedom, I guess. Bit of flexibility.
A little bit of freedom. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it gives you a sense of, also it allows you to take your time, right? It allows you to sort of take your time, get your stuff together a little bit, and not feel like you've gotta do something drastic or stupid to make your business go off. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I get that. So when COVID came in, kind of got out of the film industry a little bit, now you're in the place where you're creating content daily as a content creator, right? How's that going? Is that difficult? Is it, you've been doing it for a while too. You're creating a lot of content. Has that been, how have you found that?
I'm actually liking it quite a lot. I was like freelancing in film, and I did a lot of content production back in the day. I did like little advertising marketing videos online for like a French company, where I was basically producing about 3 videos a day. But I think TikTok and mobile videos are just a hell of a lot different to like really high quality advertising stuff. So it is something different, and also making it for yourself just makes a difference. So I'm enjoying the process. I think everybody is just a bit scary to show their camera. I think my first couple of videos don't have my face, I was like, okay, I'm going to show my face maybe later. And then I was like, it's good though, that people get to know you.
Yeah, totally. I tell people, even if you're super scared to get on that first video, just get on there, hit record, and then hit post. And if you can't get yourself on video, that's okay. Just don't put yourself on video. Create videos and that's something we teach in our Decade in a Day too. Is how do I create content if I don't want my face on video?
Yeah.
Because there is ways to do that in a smart way. We've interviewed people on Wake Up Legendary who have YouTube channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They get money they get paid money from YouTube to have ads show during their videos. And then they also have affiliate links in their YouTube videos. And this literally, they never show their face once. They're just educational. It's actually, I think that it's like clean eating or like food-based videos that are like how apple cider vinegar helps your stomach, or stuff like that. Like 5 things apple cider does to help your stomach. And people just sit and watch these videos. It's crazy. But so you've now transitioned to being on video and on camera. What's your content creation process like? Like, how many videos do you make a day? How do you get ideas for it?
So when I started, like doing the 15-day challenge and then started producing, I made about 6 videos per day because I didn't have my job back then. So I was like, I'll just go all out, I can't make too much. And that cost me a lot of time. But I'm also getting in the habit of what I'm posting. And now I'm having like a schedule, I'm having like a motivational post a day. I'm having like an honest, truthfully talk a day. And I'm having like 2 entertainment videos a day. So that's what I'm doing now. I've put it down to 4 videos per day. And I'm basically, when I'm not working in the restaurant where I'm working at, that's Mondays and Tuesdays. So these 2 days, most of the times just pure Tuesday is my content creation day. And that's where I'm like putting all of these videos out there and creating all of them for the week, basically. And then just post them throughout the days and weeks.
Jeez. I mean, you've got a lot of content out here, dude. This is impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you've got 5 videos in the last 24 hours. It's crazy. It's really, really impressive. So when you were sort of thinking about titling this, you said something about working hard and working smart. Can you tell us what you meant by that?
Yes. So when I was in the film industry, I was hard working. The film industry is something hard. When you are on set, it's normally 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and there's no Sundays, no bank holidays, nothing at all, no holidays at all, because they want to keep the set time as short as possible to make it cheap.
Yep.
And that's basically how it's going. So in between the productions, you have some time off, basically a couple of weeks or months. But realistically, set time is very, very hard. And I used to do hard work. And that's how I think I was succeeding and I was making good money from it. And I thought, like, that's the way it's going to go. It's going to be hardworking. And there's actually a kind of motivational image next to me. It says, work hard, which I put up there. I got it as a birthday present. And I just was like, that's the way to go. That's the way to make money. And then I realized that you can do a lot with, I have quite a good mind, if I can say so myself. I think my brain is quite capable of a lot of stuff. And I just figured, if I can do that, if I can use that to kind of make me working smarter instead of harder, that would actually be quite beneficial, because it doesn't mean that you make less money by just working 2 hours smartly a day. You can actually make quite a bit more money if you disconnect your time from making money, which is what I'm doing then. And since I figured that, it's always saying work hard and smart now.
I like it. I feel like I do feel like the disconnect of where you're located and your efforts in a measured period of time is a huge revelation, right? I had that revelation. I talked about this yesterday. This keeps coming up, but I haven't talked about the 4-hour work week in so long, but I read the 4-hour work week when I was 21 or 22. And, the whole idea of a 4-hour work week is probably ridiculous if you're going to actually grow something huge.
Yeah.
But the idea isn't so much that you have a 4-hour work week. The idea is that you start removing yourself from the monotonous activities, right? So rather than checking your email 30 times a day, you check your email once a day and you actually handle it and you're done and it's over. Rather than sort of being plugged into to your email all day, every day, right? You don't check your DMs 18 times a day, you check them twice a day. And I just think that revelation is so powerful, but it's so life-changing, because once you actually start to put that into play, you begin to realize like how many things are just like you're working hard and you're grinding and you're pounding away. And then suddenly it's like for you make that first big commission and you're like, really?
Yeah.
All I did was just drive traffic. That's it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Another word I think that I put in the kind of questionnaire as well is about staying consistent. And that's basically what happened. So I think my first couple of months on TikTok were pretty amazing. I got a nice amount of followers and nice amount of leads in there, nice amount of commissions. And then it started dying out as soon as I took that extra job on, because I think maybe I'm not as dedicated anymore. So I think I'm just trying to still figure a way to be able to do that, or to put more leads and more traffic again. But my TikTok basically died a bit out, and I had like no leads at all for like 3 weeks or something. And no commissions at all, nothing. And then all of a sudden there was this one guy coming in, which was Juan. Not quite sure if he's watching. And then that got me the first high ticket commission. And I had a lot of followers by then, like 6,500. And people are like, people are saying all kinds of weird things in the group, and they're like round about 1,000 people follow us. Normally is when people get their first commissions, like their first high ticket sales. I'm not quite sure what it is. But I was like, okay, I'm lacking a bit behind, and I was lacking motivation and stuff. But I was just keeping going. I was like, maybe at some point. And then, it happened, and it felt amazing. I was working that day, basically producing my videos, and I was like, I'm not going to work today anymore. I'll just have 2 Guinnesses and go to bed.
So you're having 2 Guinnesses, getting ready to go to bed, and a high ticket sale comes through. So here's my question is, well, I wanted to point out something about your story that I feel like is pretty dang common. Sometimes people think it's this thing where you start driving traffic, and then you just start making sales, and life is happily ever after. And the amount of a big part of my job is just watching and interacting with affiliates. That's what I do. And it's just crazy to me how many people experience exactly what you just said there. They experience this sort of lull, this sort of slowness, and a lot of them don't know what to do with that feeling. Or you start to question, am I failing? Is the algorithm broken? Is my traffic drying up? Okay, I think this might be over. And actually, I do this training called the Internet Marketing Graveyard. Okay, the Digital Marketing Graveyard, and it's where I explain all the different places where people quit. Right, they quit and their business dies, and that's one big one. So a lot of times people think, a lot of people quit before they actually get started or before they actually make any money. Well, guess what? A lot of people quit when they've got their first $1,000, their first $10,000. Some people quit when they get their first 6 figures, because they're like, I don't know what to do about taxes, and I don't know what to do about my company formation. And I didn't sign up for this. All I want to do is be an affiliate marketer. I was just playing around on TikTok, and now I'm like this real legit business owner, right? And it's just overwhelming, and they don't have the I call it scaffolding. They don't have the ability to sort of know what the hell to do or who to reach out to, or it's just all so foreign. But I think that that's really common. And you're right with that note of consistency, to kind of return to your point, that consistency is something we talk a lot about, where it's like at some level, really what we do is we just try to outlast people. Yeah. Like when new products or services come into the marketplace, or when there's a distraction in the marketplace, like really we exercise internally as a team, we exercise our sort of muscles to not overreact to things, to not look too much into things, to not wonder, are we doing something wrong, right? We're sort of like, hey, we're going to be steady, and we'll be a steady hand and a steady presence for people online. And we'll keep delivering our great education with integrity, with honesty. And that's what we're just going to do. While everybody else is scatterbrained and freaking out and worried and all of this stuff, right? It's sort of like, not to give a parenting analogy, we're not parents to anybody, but there's an analogy there of like, when a kid, or when multiple kids in a family are freaking out and they're crazy and they're going nuts and everything, and then the parent starts yelling, and then it's just crazy, even more crazy, right? But if a parent's able to sort of maintain consistency and keep going, it creates a sense of security. And so for you, continuing to do that day after day after day, it creates a sense of, this is what I do. And then it goes from, this will be my last point, it goes from this is what I do to this is who I am, which then it becomes really powerful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
It seems like it's already kind of gone there for you. Do you think? This is who I am?
I think it started like that. And obviously seeing that, I had like commissions coming in quite soon, I think like 2 weeks in, which I think was quite good. And I always had like a great community and stuff. I just think the traffic might be a little too low value, so they're not going to spend a lot, because I also had that I have a lot of people in my challenge and nobody of them is buying the blueprints, right? So all of these kind of stones that are on your way, you kind of just gotta push through. Like, even if I think everybody has that stage at some point in their career or their life, so in their entrepreneurial journey, that they don't know how it'll turn out, but just keeping it going is important, because the moment you quit, it's like gone like that, right? All of the possibilities. I have a friend of mine who is a bit of a mentor for me. He's a musician, and he's in his end 40s, and he's not successful yet. He started basically his musician career right after finishing school, and since that he brought out multiple albums, and he's like doing a lot of gigs and concerts, and he's not making money from it yet, and he can't even live from it yet. But he's just dedicating all his time to it, and he's rather like living with friends and family all the time than giving up his dream. And he's just not giving up. He's saying giving up is for losers, and it kind of branded itself into me as well, which is also nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is just so fascinating to me, the power of not giving up, the power of consistency, the power of I don't know how else to say that better. That was really
that's
well
great.
said.
Thank you.
So what's the future got for you? What's the future like?
So the high ticket sale kind of motivated me a lot. to kind of diversify myself and go into different options. So I have a bit of plans what I want to do in the future, and I have a bit of plans how I want to help more people basically be able to quit their jobs and help them on their entrepreneurial journeys, whether it is affiliate marketing or whatever. Yeah, and just share my journey. And I think I'm currently doing the Copywriter's Playbook, by the way, which is a course you did.
Yeah.
And I think in there you said, I am where you are. I was where you are. I'm just like 3 years ahead, right? I was failing back then, like everybody else is. And I had all these fears and doubts about whether it's all going to work. And then that's what I did, right? So that's how it's going. And I want to help people on these kind of values, developing these kind of values for themselves.
Yeah. Makes sense. I have when I said that, actually one of our students said, you're only one step ahead. You're only one little thing ahead. That's it. Right.
Yeah.
That's why, like, for people who wanted to sell like a dog training course or something like that, you don't have to be this expert canine dog trainer. You just have to know a few secrets that are a little bit ahead of somebody else, right? Buy a dog training course, learn some stuff, start creating content. Like, it's, you know what I mean? So I like what you said there. That's cool. So, Julian, thanks for coming on. Do you have any final words for our community or any final thoughts that you'd like to leave people with?
Be legendary.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Be legendary.
Awesome.
All right, Julian, I'm going to pull you off the screen. I'll close this out and then we can chat.
Thank you very much. Okay? Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Cool. All right, guys, go give him a follow, J Ortmann 0, and have yourself a great Thursday. Have yourself a great Thursday. Have yourself a great weekend. Stay legendary. Be legendary and stay legendary. And we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern. As always, you can call us The Consistency Show. We're here every freaking day. Holidays, rain, shine, snow, whatever. We're always here. So take it easy. See ya. We'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace.